Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here, and we are going to be talking Lockheed Martin, NASA, Space Force, Brad Pitt, and so much more, including the Central Intelligence Agency and how they all come together. Now, I know a lot of people thought that Space Force was a very big joke. Of course, this administration was going to roll out Space Force. But I've been warning for some time that NASA is probably much more advanced than we think it is. It is obviously onto a lot of deception, and it's very much a part of the military-industrial complex, the technopoly that has been built, as I have addressed in previous videos that have everything to do with quantum computing and their partnership with Google in that arena. So, this news is out of last week, actually, that Lockheed Martin, the military-industrial complex company that has brought us many, many different types of craft, probably that we don't even know about, but we'll get into that in a bit. There's a lot of declassification with that, and obviously Lockheed Martin is big in the war machine. So they've just landed a $4.6 billion contract to build at least 6 Orion space shuttles for NASA as it aims to meet the Trump administration's goal of returning astronauts to the moon, the company announced on Monday. Now, here's the thing. All right. I don't think that this money is necessarily going to go to what they say it's going to. I want to make that abundantly clear because we have no idea what the true black budget of this is. And when we talk about Lockheed Martin right now, let's go to their homepage. What? The homepage for Lockheed Martin is Ad Astra, real-life engineers influencing Hollywood. Now, I've not seen this new Brad Pitt movie. I'll be honest, I haven't watched a lot of movies recently. I used to watch movies all the time. It was kind of my pastime. I don't have much of a pastime anymore. Even like the Borderlands 3 thing, I've got 7 hours into that. I don't know what's been out for like 3 weeks. I'm barely touching that as well. Barely have free time for anything. But it's a big Hollywood movie. And this is, go to LockheedMartin.com. This is what it takes you to. And apparently, the Daily Beast, Brad Pitt's Ad Astra is one big shiny ad for Lockheed Martin. No, we have been for a very long time blurring the line between government and technology companies, whether it be something like Lockheed Martin, right, or a Google, again, working together, NASA, working together. And now we know that this is being propagated to us, right? And remember, when I talk about what we did in the 80s, it was very, very open that Reagan, remember the first Make America Great Again guy, MAGA Reagan, had huge budgets, and black budgets, by the way, that we don't know about, for the Star Wars program, for militarizing space. So I really think that this is kind of just the rollout, and we'll see if it's the rollout to some of the technology that is not rocket-based. I don't know, that's speculation. But when we talk about Hollywood, we have to talk about what? The CIA. Now, there are books all over about the CIA's influence in Hollywood. But let's not forget, we had huge articles come out over 2 years ago that their role was much deeper than you think it is. Remember, Jack Valenti, the head of the Motion Pictures Association of America, a very powerful association in Hollywood, has all sorts of intelligence links. He was in the plane when Johnson was sworn in as president. Okay, and look at some of these movies just in the headlines. Flight 93 being one of them that the CIA was in. So why do I bring the CIA up? With NASA and Space Force and Lockheed Martin. Well, don't you know? And by the way, like I said, just all over the place. If you go to the CIA and you understand how they are a huge part of Area 51 and how it got its various names and how it came into creation, you need to understand that Annie Jacobson has written an incredible book. You don't have to believe everything in it. But it shows you that the Central Intelligence Agency actually is the one that brought Area 51 into fruition. And I am not of the belief that this is where the extraterrestrial craft are. I am of the belief this is where the black tech was at the time. And again, when you see what was what's been declassified, there's been a ton of it. There's specials all over on the Blackbird now on the History Channel. Some of the better stuff they do. Not that crap at night, the Ancient Aliens Johnny nonsense. That's 90% just, I don't even know what to tell you. Ancient Aliens and Bigfoot. That's a real thing. That's a real episode. Okay, you want the real stuff? You want to do the real work? There's plenty of archive stuff out there of the Central Intelligence Agency. I encourage you to read Annie Jacobson's stuff. I need to get to her. I need to finish that book and then read her books on DARPA, the Pentagon's brain, and also Project Blue Book. Or not Blue Book. I'm sorry. I'm getting distracted here. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of the Paperclip. She did a book on Paperclip. Excuse me. Light Greenleaf, thank you for the super chat. Hollywood CIA propaganda or secret space program disclosure. Keep going, Jason. Love your work. I think it's a combination of both. All right, so let's address that. That's a good point. So is this CIA propaganda or secret space program disclosure? It's a little of column A and column B. Now let's be honest about this. Rocket technology to the moon is extremely suspect. I'm not here to tell you that the moon landings were faked. I think that we've been well beyond the moon in manned missions. Where? I'm not going to speculate. But I don't believe that everything just kind of ended in the 60s. I believe that rocket technology was not doing the things they needed it to do. If it did, how is it the only technology that 50 years on, every other major nation state, even second world nation, hasn't replicated or surpassed? Think about how many nation states out there have nuclear power. Well, that's because it's over 50 years old. It's hard to keep a cap on that. And every time you look at one of these privatized space organizations that's going to go take people to space, we're going to make space tourism. The Richard Branson program with Virgin, the Bezos program with Blue Sky, Tesla's program, right? All these different things. Rocket-based, they constantly fail. They constantly fail. Now, I don't think these guys are failures. I think they know what they're getting into. Jeff Bezos, talk about a CIA connection. A lot of people don't understand this, but he handles the servers and the informations to the tune of a public contract of $600 million. More than $500 million. That's big money, honey. So I think, number one, all of this stuff is compartmentalized. I think there's a very good chance that we've weaponized space long ago in that Star Wars program. To what extent and where and what the agreements are and whether any other powerful nation state such as Russia did that as well, that's up for debate. If you look at the ISS, which I believe is very real, guys. I know there are some people that don't believe the ISS is real, but I believe the ISS is real. Look at who's able to go there. Look at the fact that Russia just sent one of their robots, Fedor, this large robot, into space, into the ISS. There's never any discussion if there's some kind of conflict or war that's going to break up. So, in the sense that space is kind of shared territory, at least in the intelligence realm and black ops realm, I believe that. So what kind of space disclosure are we going to get? Maybe we're going to get some of the technology that is being used outside of rocket. You remember that impossible space engine that we learned about just a couple years ago that everybody thought didn't exist? Well, kind of did, didn't it? All right, guys. With that being said, I am doing 3 to 7 videos a day. My videos earlier today about Hillary Clinton saying, hey, we got to just, give up on it. Just move on. We don't care about Joey B and touching any people inappropriately. Get over it. It's time to get over it. We need somebody in there. Anybody other than Trump should watch that video. We get into the Ukraine, and I can't believe that I'm taking the side of Rudy Giuliani. It's nuts. And I did a great interview earlier today with, not Boris Johnson, God no, Tony Gosling about Boris Johnson, Brexit, and more. Make sure you thumbs this video up. You share it with others. If you're new to the channel, now's the time to subscribe. Become a member of the Burmist Brigade. You can ring the bell, or you come up here in the little star spot. Just star it. Come back every day. We're doing videos that matter. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm also a documentary filmmaker. Loose Change, Final Cut, Fabled Enemies, Invisible Empire, A New World Order Defined, and Shade the Motion Picture. All available for free on this channel. Check them out at any time. And if you like my work, if you want to support it, I give everything away for free. So $5, $10, $15 over on the GoFundMe means the world to me. Guys, I love you all, and I'll see you on the flip side.